Hello, welcome to your soul spark message. Your soul, if you're here, your soul has a message for you. Have you been asking for answers? Have you been praying for clarity? Well, my friend, if you're here, your message is saying, your soul is saying, don't leave. Wait, I have something for you. What is it that their soul has been wanting to tell them? And flip. What is it that their soul wants them to have clarity on so that they can reignite their true purpose or be a yes or no to the thing that they're thinking about? Like, what is it? Mm. There was a card turned around in my deck. Ooh. There was something emerging within you. You have lots of wisdom within you already. It's innate in you. That is so far what I'm seeing. You're emerging into your leadership. You are a born leader and you have so much wisdom. You were always born with this knowing. If you're watching this and this resonates with you, then this message is for you. Yeah, that you've always been told that you're wise for your years. And something new is emerging within you though, because now you're seeing how you can impact your environment and how you can be a true beacon of leadership for others. And when you stand in your leadership and you allow your wisdom to emerge and to share it with the world, that there's so many miracles that are going to happen, that are going to open up, not just for you, but for the people around you. And the angels, I don't know if you see the little cherubs here, the angels are celebrating, right? There's one leader here saying, come, join us, right? They're getting more people here. There's miracles happening everywhere. They're like, come join us in our mission. Because like I'm just saying, overflowing of miracles coming towards you when you stand in your leadership and you bring others with you. Like your leadership is not meant for you to hide for yourself. It's meant for you to share it with others, to emerge others' leadership, to allow others to step into their knowing wisdom of who they truly are and what they already have, and have them recognize, and this is for you too, like you recognizing the wisdom that you have within you now, like go with it. That is wisdom that somebody else doesn't have yet. And they're waiting for you to stand in your leadership for their miracles to emerge. And so what is stopping you from being in your true, authentic leader? Like knowing that you will gain more wisdom as you go. As the owl every night, he observes all day, and at night, that's when he goes out. And so that is what you're doing every day. Every day that you're out, you acquire so much more wisdom. But instead of hoarding it and keeping it to yourself, your soul is saying it's time. It's time that you become that lighthouse for others, for yourself, shining the light on all your beautiful gifts. Because there is so much more that can emerge from you stepping into your power and in your leadership. And just trusting and knowing that what you know now is enough, because there are people 10 years behind you, 10 steps behind you, even if it's just 5 steps behind you, that person has been waiting for you to stand in your leadership so that you can show them the way. Let me use these cards here. What is the angels of abundance want to share with you today in your soul? What does your soul say? Oh, it's got lots to say. Let's see. 2. Wow. 5, 6. Okay. Well, there's a lot of messages here, and sometimes I just pick some, but I'm saying like your soul has been waiting. You've been waiting too long. Like, that's what I'm getting. Like, you've been waiting too long to actually listen to your angels and to your guides and to God that is constantly giving you the signs everywhere, and you're just not paying attention. And so like you're coming here, and in this format, your soul is saying, okay, you're going to listen in this format. There is something about the way that this is presented that you're going to hear the information that is needed for those miracles to unlock. Yes. It's saying here that you're going to have an employment change. Like, your career path is leading you in a higher direction with positive changes to support your dreams, priorities, passions, and life purpose. Trust that these changes will help you release the old and welcome the new. You're being supported each step of the way. Yes, it's like this miracle image, right? It's like there's a sailboat leading the way. And you're guided, you're being shown the way by the cherubs on the sky, and you can't really see them. Can you see them? Yeah, there we go. Like, there's little cherubs there, and they're leading the way, and they're saying trust, because there's like just so much in abundance waiting to come to shower you. And the change of employment could also be that you're moving into the ladder, like you're going to get that promotion, or you're going to shift altogether because you recognize that it's not fulfilling you, that it's not your true life's purpose, that this wisdom that you've been hoarding is ready to emerge. And when that happens, it's going to completely shift your whole idea of what work looks like fun and joyful. And it's also saying that when you do that, the obstacles and your blocks are going to be lifted from your life because you're following your purpose. And it says here, all your good personal work and your positive energy shift have overcome previous obstacles, and blocks are lifted away. You will now experience progress and forward movement with your projects. So when you start sharing your wisdom, your knowledge, miracles start to happen, right? Like, things start to open up for you. It's synchronicities, because you're listening to your true authentic purpose and your authenticity of who you are. And you're risking forward. You're being bold with those decisions and those thoughts and those ideas that you have felt not good enough to share before. So stay centered in gratitude to ensure that your flow of abundance continues. So what I hear here is stay humble. Stay humble. Humility will always win, because you will see that you can't do this alone. And so when you recognize that there is power in numbers, that there's miracles that can happen when you collaborate and you share your wisdom with the world, that it's almost like the universe says, yes, we need more of that. We need more of you. Like, we're going to make it easier for people like you to impact the world because it's needed. And when you do that, you're able to sever the vows of poverty. because you start to see and feel the abundance that you are, the prosperity that's already inside of you. Like abundance is not outside of you or any action that you can do or take. It is already you. You are abundant. And when you start to recognize the abundance comes from you, you'll start to sever those previous mindset thoughts of poverty, of lack, scarcity mindset. It says, dear one, there is no need to suffer or sacrifice. Hold the intention of unlocking any vows of poverty or self-denial that you may have had or made, consciously or unconsciously in any lifetime. As you do so, allow efforts of these vows. As you do so, all effects of these vows will be undone for everyone involved in all directions of time. Oh, you're breaking lineages, you're breaking generational patterns, you're releasing old bonds and attachments. When you finally show up in your leadership, when you show up as that beacon, as that person that is not just going to shine the light for yourself, but for others. Oh, and so many miracles. That's the miracle in itself. Because I'm hearing like employment change, obstacles are being released. Your poverty mindset is going to be removed from you. And the important thing here is to continue to focus on what your priorities are. Focus on what your priorities are. And sometimes I'm hearing that you can get scattered and overwhelmed instead of writing things down. Maybe write things down and then see them in front of you and then circle the priorities for you in this moment. Like, what is something that's the most important and urgent versus important and not urgent versus not so important but urgent? Like, there's different categories that you can put out in your priorities, and this will really, really, really help you to step into your mastery in your life. So here is where you put your focus is where you receive your outcome. Your priorities are calling to you, which may produce a feeling of anxiety unless you give them the time and attention you deserve. Even a small amount of time devoted to your priorities will help you feel better and more confident. Yes, confidence. It's not about the end result. It's about making little steps, and each little step creates a huge impact over time. So progress over perfection. So what I'm hearing here is definitely making a list of your priorities, and then also making a list of your things that you're grateful for. A gratitude list will really help you start to see the positive and shift that negative mindset that you have. That mindset of, well, I don't have this and I don't know how to do that because it takes money and like, no, I'm hearing that you get to trust, lean into the wisdom that you have, that the universe has got your back, that God has your back, your angels are here. You just have to ask for help and they're going to help you. So the other thing is saying, continuing your blessings and feeling gratitude for what you already have helps you to be centered in your heart instead of fixated on worries in your mind. Yes, exactly, right? You're always worried about, how am I going to do this? Where is this going to come from? Where is that money going to come from? How am I going to? No. Write a list of gratitude, things that you're grateful for now. I am so grateful I have a job to go to. I am so grateful that I can breathe. I am so grateful there's a roof over my head. I am so grateful that I have people who love me. Like, whatever it is, just write down those things, and being in that energy is really, really, really going to shift that poverty mindset and also lift all the other blocks and obstacles from your life, because now you're in a place of possibility and opportunity. And last here says, keep focusing upon gratitude and you'll discover the amazing generosity of the universe. It is so generous. There are literally miracles and miracles happening every day. And when you can focus on those miracles and on the beautiful things to be grateful for, like you will really start to like have an abundant mindset. Like, look, that's how you get your abundance mindset. If you think of your abundance as something that happens in the future, then you will always be one day away from getting it. So feel, think, and speak of abundance as something you already have in the present moment. And that is what you will experience. So when you're writing your gratitude list, write things that you currently have now and things that you want to have as is if you have already received them. And then read them and then feel in the energy of emotion as if you have already received it. Like, how would you feel if you got that dream job? Like infuse that when you're writing that, I have my dream job where I get to express myself fully in all my creative skills and wisdom. And I am seen for the leader that I am. And I'm just so grateful. Like, yes, say all that. Like it's already happened. Like you're already in that position, in that job, if that's what you're looking for. And then how are you feeling in that space? Oh my God, I feel so seen. I feel so proud. I feel exhilarated. Like, what is that feeling that you have? That will really help to shift your energies. And when you shift your energies, you're able to get, like I said, your poverty mindset shifted. Your priorities will start to shift because now you start to see possibilities and opportunities everywhere you go. And therefore, like you might even have a change of employment. And those obstacles just dissolve because you see obstacles as opportunities now. You see them as opportunities for growth. You see obstacles as opportunities for lessons and learning and what is not working. And also like, how are you showing up in the world? What is an act that they can do today that is going to support them on this journey? Like, what is one thing they can start doing today as a healthy habit? Get them to generate these results. Yes, perspective thinking and committed action. So the perspective thinking, zoom out and transcend time. When you zoom out and look at the big picture of your life, over time, you can see your day-to-day problems from a new perspective. It's kind of like what this picture is showing me with the sheriffs on the top. Like from up there, you can really see where that sailboat can go, right? You see where it's heading. And then you can veer and shift its course if it's not going in the place that you want it to go, right? So today, zoom out and remind yourself that the problems of today are fleeting. It's so true. They're not they're all temporary. So reconnect with what really is important to you and in the grand scheme of things. So instead of just harping and allowing that problem to manifest and fester in your mind, in your heart, in your space, in your life, take a deep breath and pause and say, what is the lesson here for me? What is this obstacle or problem trying to reveal to me? Am I not listening to my truth? Am I working with people that I don't have a good feeling for and I'm still working with them? They might be out of alignment with who I am and what my brand is or what it is that I want. Maybe they don't have your truest interest in heart. So like it's saying, like, look at it from eagle eyes perspective, right? And look at down and seeing like, hey, there's a map. And when I choose to just shift and learn the lesson from that, I am stronger and better, and I will not make that mistake again. So that it's asking you to have just perspective thinking instead of having a rash decision and making decisions in the space of the problem is here. Oh my gosh, I gotta, no, pause, look at it from up here and go, okay, why is this problem serving me? What is it that is trying to give me information about? And then use your wisdom and your knowledge that you know, and then take leadership and action on that as the person that you are and problem solver that you are. Like, you're resourceful. I'm getting that you're so resourceful. I mean, like, look, Angels of Abundance, we're showering you with like 6 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 cards, holy number. Committed action now is also saying our common humanity. I love this. Sometimes we feel alone with our suffering. This can leave us feeling disconnected from ourselves and others. Recognizing that every human being struggles can help us feel a shared humanity with others who are suffering and promotes understanding, forgiveness, and kindness. How can you extend compassion to yourself and others? By recognizing your common humanity. That is what is emerging from you right now, is recognizing that it is okay to be vulnerable in your truth, because in your vulnerability, there is strength. And you give others the strength to be vulnerable in their truths. And when that happens, when you're able to just be vulnerable, by sharing your truth, like sharing your concerns, sharing your worries, sharing your struggles, sharing where you've been up until now and what is stopping you, like that is really where the miracle is, right? Because you're now seen for being just like me. That's what people are going to say. Wow, this person is just like me. And look at them. They're braving the world out there. They're wearing their heart on their sleeve, but they're being bold and they're being authentic and they're being in a space of committed action, because their vision and their purpose is far greater than them. And so that just leaning into that gives you power to be that leader, to be that beacon for others. And there's actually, like, I'm hearing also, when you do that, it breaks generational patterns for your family, because people and family members and your children, they don't do as you tell them, they do as you do. They model you. Ooh, so that all being said, let's do a mindfulness card. Like, what is going to support you in your mindfulness moving forward? Ooh, I am being called to pull a card from Curiosity and Joy. So this thing has 4 different categories: rest and balance, curiosity and joy, insight and awareness. Oh, maybe I'll pull one from there too. And kindness. So I'm being called to pull 2 of them now, actually. So what does your soul want you to know today? Enjoy the ordinary. Oh, how often do you just like brush over the ordinary things in life? Like, actually, what I'm hearing is like focusing on the little things to be grateful for. Those little, like, one thing I hear people when they lose a loved one, oftentimes what I hear most consistently is that they miss those ordinary moments, those not special moments, like just hearing them brushing their teeth, or just the small little ordinary moments. So focus on the ordinary moments will really help to infuse the energy of gratitude. One of the reasons we're so willingly and easily distracted is that we're not very good at dealing with the ordinary. It's boring. So we let our minds wander off to find something interesting. But boredom is often a sign of calm mixed with restlessness. If we let go of the restlessness and appreciate the stillness of the moment, there is enjoyment to be found in the ordinary. There goes that again, pausing, like pausing to smell the roses. That is where you get to go, like pause and just pause and not react, like pause. Next time you're feeling bored or frustrated or overwhelmed, like just sit with the feeling for a few minutes and enjoy the quiet calm of the moment. Right? I just filled in some of those because it says feeling bored. Sit in with feeling for a minute and enjoy but it's like not just boredom, it's overwhelm, it's anxiety, it's stress. Like just sit with it. And then maybe instead of thinking in your monkey mind, start to pay attention to what is in your environment. Like hyper focus on that photograph that you don't look at anymore, that's been on your wall for 10 years, or that painting that you did 20 years ago that has been sitting on your wall that you don't pay attention to anymore, or that you paid a lot of money for. So like just sit and be with the ordinary, the things that you see every day that seem nothing, that seem like nothing. So I'm hearing is like there is power in that. There is power in allowing yourself the stillness. Because oftentimes we feel like you've got to fill things in, right? Your soul is saying you're always busy energy. No, there is just as much there's just as much worth in being still as there is creating results. So this one, it says, know your senses. Know your senses. Oh, it's yellow and you can't see it. There we go. Know your senses. Sensitivity is a lovely tool, but deliberately paying attention to your different senses, you can become more attuned to what is happening in and around you. This quality is essential to understanding both yourself and the people in your life. So what I hear there is like tapping into your inner knowing, your inner wisdom, your body's wisdom. Take 5 minutes today and try prioritizing a particular sense. Are you going to see something different? Are you going to hear your surroundings and pay attention to what sounds you hear far away and near without judging them? Just listening, just opening your senses up. Is it feeling? Are you going to feel something in a different way? Are you going to pay attention to the texture and how it makes your hands feel and how it makes you feel? Like, or are you smelling something new? Are you going to smell in a way that you allow yourself to be aroused by what you're smelling? Like, oh, that doesn't smell good. I don't like that. And why don't you like it? Like, is it the pungency? Is it the like vinegary smell? Or is it, your own bad breath because you haven't brushed your teeth? But like also allowing yourself to smell an orange like you're smelling it for the first time. Smell your child's hair like you're smelling them for the first time and really taking in their essence. Or are you tasting? Are you going to close your eyes when you're eating or drinking something that you already do, right? The ordinary, like enjoying the ordinary, like all those things that you bypass. Like, how can you infuse your senses into discovering them and enjoying them differently? This is such a beautiful, like, reading that your soul is saying, like, live your life fully. And by that is just being present. By that is just seeing the abundance of all the gifts that you're constantly surrounded by, like the ordinary things that you take for granted now. So I'm hearing your soul is saying it's time for you to step up and recognize and remember that you already are able to create miracles. It's just how you perceive life. It's just in how you're leading the world? Are you leading them in the negativity? Are you leading them in the path that is not authentically you? Or are you going to finally emerge that version of you that has been dying to be seen since you were a child? Like that inner child of you, that 8-year-old, 12-year-old version of you knew without a doubt who they were supposed to be in the world and why they were here and what they were going to create, and that nothing was going to stand in their way. And you couldn't tell them no, because they were going to be resourceful and find a way anyway. Well, your soul is saying it's time that you remember that that's who you are, because so many things are going to unlock and like leave and open up, and opportunities available, like so much. Your angels, the angels are like, yes, when you listen to your soul, look at all these beautiful blessings that you'll be bestowed with. So I ask you today, be in committed action. Have a different perspective thinking. Shift your mindset. Go from not thinking there's opportunity to seeing only possibilities. Like there's power in that. And there's miracles that can happen because you are in that mind space. And then remember to write a gratitude list. It's in that gratitude list that you'll start to really create the miracles that you're waiting for, because you are the creator of your life, and the angels can only help you so far, but you need to be the one to make the choice. So what is your choice? Are you going to listen to your soul? Or are you going to let another 10 years go by until you finally go back and like, oh my gosh, I heard this, my soul telling me 10 years ago, and I chose to still play small and still think of things as problems and being something that is happening to me instead of for me. So if you like this message and it resonated with you, please subscribe. Please hit the alerts, the little bell, so that you will see more of these messages that your soul is dying to tell you, that is really going to help you fulfill your life's path, your purpose. In the meantime, please remember to be kind to yourself, be kind to others, lead with love, spread joy, and be well. I hope to see you soon, my friends. I am Margarita Rose, and I love you.